Welcome. Let's start with a clear understanding of what change management is. At its core, change management refers to a structured approach that helps individuals, teams, and entire organizations transition from a current state to a desired future state. This is not just about implementing new technology or processes, it's about managing the human aspect of change to ensure it happens smoothly and effectively. Now, why is this important? In any organization, change can create a lot of uncertainty. Employees often feel uneasy about new systems, roles, or structures because it disrupts the familiar. This is where change management plays a vital role. It focuses on making sure the transition is seamless. It ensures that people understand, adopt, and ultimately accept the new ways of working. So, in essence, change management is about helping people embrace change in a way that aligns with the organization's broader objectives. When we talk about change, one of the key objectives is to minimize disruption. Disruption in day-to-day operations can be costly and demotivating. For example, let's say your company is implementing a new enterprise resource planning (ERP) system. Without proper change management, employees might resist, productivity could drop, and operations might come to a standstill. But with a well-planned approach, employees are trained in advance, their concerns are addressed, and the new system is rolled out in phases to ensure that business continues without major hiccups. The second objective is to increase employee adoption. You need people to not only use the new systems or processes, but to embrace them. If employees don't buy into the change, you're left with resistance, and resistance can stall or even derail your transformation efforts. Change management provides a roadmap for addressing these fears through communication, training, and support. For instance, by involving employees early, you help them see the value of the change and reduce the likelihood of pushback. Lastly, the third objective is to ensure the organization can sustain long-term improvements. Change is only successful if it's embedded into the organization's culture and practices. If the change is temporary, then you haven't really moved forward. Sustaining change means reinforcing it with continuous communication, monitoring progress, and making adjustments as needed. Over time, the new processes or systems should become part of how the organization operates day to day without reverting to the old ways. Now, let's talk about why this is critical for your business. Effective change management aligns people, processes, and culture with the organization's strategic goals. By doing so, it ensures that everyone is on the same page, working toward the same outcomes. It also helps to reduce resistance. When employees understand the purpose behind the change and see the benefits for both themselves and the company, they're much more likely to support it. Additionally, a well-executed change management strategy ensures that the benefits of the change are fully realized. Let's take the example of a company going through a digital transformation. Without change management, the new tools might be underutilized or cause confusion. But with the right approach, employees are properly trained and the tools are integrated smoothly, allowing the company to maximize productivity and gain a competitive edge. In summary, change management is essential for ensuring that transitions within the organization happen effectively, with minimal disruption, maximum employee adoption, and long-term success. It's about aligning people with the broader strategy, reducing resistance, and ensuring the organization thrives in its new state. When we discuss change management, it's essential to understand that there isn't a one-size-fits-all solution. Different models help guide organizations through various types of change. Today, we'll focus on three of the most effective and widely used models: Lewin's change model, Kotter's 8-step model, and the ADKAR model. Each provides a structured approach, but they're suited to different organizational needs and contexts. First, let's start with Lewin's change model. This is one of the foundational models in change management, and it breaks the process into three simple phases: unfreeze, change, and refreeze. In the unfreeze stage, the organization recognizes that change is necessary. You break down the current status quo and prepare the workforce for a shift. This could involve creating awareness about why change is needed, perhaps due to market shifts or new competition. Next is the change phase, where the transformation occurs. This is the time when new systems, processes, or behaviors are implemented. Finally, we have the refreeze phase. Here, the change is solidified, ensuring it becomes embedded in the organizational culture. It's the time to reinforce the new ways and ensure that old habits don't creep back in. An example, a manufacturing company unfreezes by informing employees that new machinery is necessary to stay competitive. During the change phase, they install the machines and train workers. In the refreeze phase, the focus is on ensuring employees are comfortable with the new machines and have fully embraced the updated processes. Now, moving on to Kotter's 8-step change model. This model is more detailed and includes 8 specific steps that take a company from the initial urgency of change to embedding it in the organizational DNA. The key steps include creating urgency, forming a powerful coalition of key stakeholders, developing and communicating the vision, and removing obstacles. Importantly, Kotter emphasizes the need to create short-term wins, which keep employees motivated and build momentum for the broader change. The final step is to anchor the change in the organization's culture, ensuring it becomes a part of everyday life. Lastly, we have the ADKAR model, which focuses on the individual's journey through change. This model breaks change into 5 stages: awareness, desire, knowledge, ability, and reinforcement. It's particularly useful when the change impacts people on a personal level. For example, during a technology upgrade, ADKAR helps leaders address the emotional and practical concerns of their employees, moving them from merely being aware of the change to fully embracing it. Each of these models offers a structured approach to managing change. Depending on the scale, urgency, and context of the transformation, organizations can adopt the model that best suits their needs. Let's now focus on the key tenets and best practices of an effective change management program. These are the pillars that ensure change is implemented smoothly, employees are engaged, and the organization experiences lasting success. When done right, these tenets guide organizations through even the most complex transformations. The first key tenet is strong leadership commitment. Change starts at the top, and without the clear, visible support of leadership, change initiatives often falter. Leaders must actively demonstrate their commitment to the change, setting an example for the rest of the organization. It's not enough for leaders to simply announce a change and then step back. Continuous engagement is essential. By showing ongoing commitment, leaders build trust and ensure employees remain aligned with the vision. Next, let's talk about communication strategy. Communication is the lifeblood of any change management process. It's essential to communicate frequently, clearly, and across multiple channels to ensure that everyone in the organization understands the goals and their role in the change. Communication also needs to be two-way. Employees should have the opportunity to ask questions, share feedback, and feel involved in the process. Clear, transparent communication reduces resistance and fosters buy-in. The third tenet is employee involvement and engagement. Employees must feel that they are not only affected by the change, but are also part of the process. This involvement could include inviting employees to provide input during the planning stages or involving them in pilot programs. When employees feel engaged, they're more likely to support the change, as they see themselves as active participants in the transformation rather than passive recipients of it. Another critical practice is building a coalition of change champions. These champions are key influencers within the organization who actively support and advocate for the change. They play a crucial role in communicating the vision, addressing concerns, and helping their peers navigate the change process. Champions serve as a bridge between leadership and the wider workforce, ensuring the change message reaches every corner of the organization. We also need to focus on short-term wins. Early victories, no matter how small, are crucial to keeping momentum. When employees see tangible results, it builds confidence and trust in the change process. These wins validate the hard work and keep people motivated to continue. Finally, the long-term sustainability of change hinges on continuous monitoring and adaptation. Change is not static, it evolves. Leaders must continually track the progress of the change initiative, gather feedback, and be willing to adapt strategies as needed. This ensures that the change is not just implemented, but sustained. In summary, strong leadership, effective communication, active employee engagement, and continuous adaptation are the hallmarks of successful change management. These tenets help ensure that change is not only adopted, but thrives in the long term.